All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Wakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone who teach and rule well. And salutations to the Akim out there laboring of the hopeful elect that's doing this work in truth and sincerity. And I want to land back on the brothers pretty much, getting on Nate and his psychological warfare amongst his congregation, and pretty much, him going off on the hell doctrine. And all it is at the end of the day, what he's doing is pretty much a scare tactic, pretty much. All right? Because right now the prophecies are rolling, and now he's trying to get into prophecies, and he's basically mangling the scriptures. You see? Okay? Then we got to come up behind him and clean up his mess. Or him pretty much fumbling the scriptures. And now you have a lot of his members, that are pretty much window shopping still. Okay? And pretty much now they're twixt between the two. Now you got some guys that are pretty much the rumblings, amongst their congregation, in the background, and pretty much, speaking about, these differences in doctrine. Okay, because these guys are pretty much falling back into like a type of a mainstream type of Christian doctrine. This is what you're seeing now. Okay, they pretty much are moving away from the center truth, so to speak, and they're going to this mainstream type of Christian theology, so to speak. All right, this is what you're seeing in this transformation, and this what happens to a organization that's pretty much under that 501. You see, okay, and we're seeing a lot of these things now to where the slander's coming in. All right, and a lot of the members, are pretty much are not built up, in the faith, and not built up pretty much of understanding the scriptures, to pretty much perceive that this man is a wolf in sheep's clothing, man. You see, okay, you got pretty much Deacon ASAP. All right, he's another one with going on pretty much a psychological warfare, what you could say a slander campaign. You see, and the persecution really is coming, really first and foremost, through our own people. Okay, so now they know how to use these pretty much these buzzwords, so to speak. Okay, you're putting in the black word, the black, BHI. That's what the Deacon ASAP pretty much refers to us as. You see? All right? So they're using a lot of these buzzwords and the slander, okay? And pretty much a psychological warfare to pretty much scare their members into, not leaving their congregation. Because what he's teaching pretty much the hell doctrine, okay, which is a heresy, okay? And he pretty much says that if they leave the congregation, whether you go out on your own or whether you go out with another camp, you pretty much are going to burn forever in hell. And this is what they pretty much are conveying to the people, man. You see? And these people are not built up the right way, man. Their foundation is not built on a rock, first and foremost. Okay? All right? Because now you have it to where when you want to talk about Great Millstone, all right, you have members that are pretty much under the apostles and elders on down, and we're pretty much brought up and trained up the right way, man. And we're able to teach these scriptures. You see? Okay? And we're not doing it as being parents, man. Okay? Everybody has pretty much their own spirit, man, and they put it into the body, man. This is why we have the requirements of doing, at least 3 videos a week. Okay? Because why? Because that keeps you staying in the spirit, man. Okay? And everybody comes with their own spirit, man, with their videos, man. Okay? And brothers are putting out edifying videos, man, and they can't stop this train, so to speak. You see? Okay? We got brothers that's pretty much that do the rank and file. Okay? You got new brothers coming in that could pretty much rebuke and correct this man. Okay? For him going off, man. You see? Okay, these other people are just of his congregation, man, are just followers, man. They're truly the lost sheep. You see, but we know that the elect are pretty much are going to come out of that, man. You see, all right. But the smear campaign is on again, all right, and pretty much, man, they pretty much are losing members, man. Just set it straight. These guys that you're seeing that they try to see in strength and numbers. These guys are pretty much a fly by night. Pretty much guys. These guys are not gonna be sticking around, man. You know, okay. A lot of those people are just empty souls, man. At the end of the day, you see. All right. So let me get the scripture real quick. Let's go to 2 Peter's chapter 2, verse 1. And this is the rise of false prophets, man. Because in the last days, people will rise up and say that, I am Hamashiach, meaning that they are coming in the spirit of the Lord, okay? But it's not true. So this is 2 Peter's chapter 2, verse 1. But there were false prophets also among the people, even as there shall be false teachers among you, who privately shall bring in damnable heresies, even denying the Lord that bought them. You see, and they're doing that now. And they're privately bringing us in. This is something now, and Nate's been out there for quite some time now, these years. And even when you go back to One West. So now, even when he started his own congregation, okay, this was something that he wasn't teaching before. But this is now, the hell doctrine is pretty much creeping in. Okay, you see? All right, he's going back to the, the slander with the whole great doctrine. He's bringing that in. Okay, and not, and really pretty much playing with the people's emotions, man. Okay, because of a westernized society. Okay, because these people pretty much are still in the world at the end of the day. Okay, these people are pretty much are they're they're Israelites when they come to the come to the congregation, but then you see that worldly spirit that's upon them, man. Okay. But these people, right, are pretty privately shall bring in damnable heresies. They even deny the Lord that bought them. And they deny the Lord that bought them because why? Because they're not even calling on the name of the Lord. Okay? All right? This man pretty much do away with the name a long time ago, man. Okay? You see? All right? And they despise it. When you dig deep into the soul, even when they're speaking. Okay? And even when Deacon Asaph, man. Okay? They despise the name of the Lord. Okay? You see? They even denying, right? The Lord that bought them and shall bring upon themselves swift destruction. Okay? And people, because judgment hasn't come upon a person that's doing evil, he's fully set to stay in his wickedness, man. You see? But you just remember, though, when that judgment does come, though, that judgment, that destruction will be swift. You see? All right? So it doesn't take nothing for the Lord to pretty much break a man down, so to speak. Right? And it says, verse 2, and many shall follow their pernicious ways, by reason of whom the way of truth shall be evil spoken of. And that's what they're doing. Okay? The way of truth is being even spoken of amongst that congregation, man. They're teaching that congregation that the way we've been teaching is off. They have a problem of being rebuked. They have a problem being reproved, okay, by us. You see? Okay? They think that is something that is we're too worried about. No, we're watchmen. Okay? You see? All right, you're coming in here and the name calling is coming into effect. The bums and look at what we have and look what they have and all of this whole thing and the whole thing of the video that they had out pretty much talking about the blank money order checks and things like that. Okay, the Lord said that we dwell in temples not made with hands. You see, even to this day. Okay. And these guys are pretty much are looking at feeding these people with the carnal eye, of things that pretty much are they don't mean anything in this world at the end of the day. Okay, speaking about you don't even have an address to send the money and you see these things. Okay, and even when it's speaking about that, man, this is how you know, pretty much, there's spies amongst these camps, man. Okay, that's another thing. Okay, there's spies amongst these camps, man, because a lot of the things that they're speaking about. Okay, they pretty much have to be spies amongst the people, man. You know, and what's the problem with how we doing the way they're doing business is foul. The way they're doing business is pretty much against the scriptures, man. It's contrary. You see, you know. Okay, let's get into that word pernicious.
Strong's G 684. Apoleia. Apoleia.
Apolia. Pernicious. Destroying, utter destruction of vessels, of perishing, ruin, destruction, of money. The destruction in which consists of eternal misery in hell. And hell is pretty much just a condition. Okay? You see, and this is what they've been trying to make these people think that hell is somewhere where you burn you know eternally, so to speak. Okay, but they found their pernicious ways, man. The pernicious ways is pretty much of self destruction, so to speak, man. Okay, pretty much going down a slippery slope for themselves, man. All right, all right. Verse 3: and through covetousness shall they with free words make merchandise of you, and they do make merchandise of you. Okay, all right. You can't come up to the congregation and with your own garment. You see, you got to get every different garments that you need to be within their congregation, man. You got to buy from them, man. You see, okay. And all these camps, man, have these some of these little merchandise price points, man. Here it is, man. You got you're supposed to be teaching the word, but first, a word from our sponsors, so to speak. These guys got these long-winded videos advertising their clothing, advertising their music. Okay, pretty much 5 minutes has went by, man, and before you even get to the video that was at hand. You see, okay, but they're making merchandise of you, right? Right? They make merchandise of the congregation of the people, right? Whose judgment now for a long time lingereth not, and then damnation slumbereth not. You see, so it's time to come, man. Okay, because pretty much pride is pretty much is what's really driving them, money and pride, man. Okay, you see, all right, pride lifted up fools. Verse 4: for if the Most High spared not the angels that sinned, but cast them down to hell, and delivered them into chains of darkness, to be reserved unto judgment. Pretty much, man, it's just a condition, man. Okay, you see, right? And spared not the old world, but saved Noah, the eighth person, and a preacher of righteousness, bringing the flood upon the world of the ungodly. You see, and we're only dealing with the remnant, man. Okay, that's what the Lord is dealing with. You see, okay, what were people doing in the time of Noah, man? Okay, all right, the time of Noah, man, people were pretty much not regarding what Noah was saying, man. They thought that he was they called him pretty much a so-called crackpot, so to speak, man. Okay, they thought that he was crazy. That talking about a flood, because at that time, water didn't come upon the earth in the fashion that it did. Okay, pretty much the dew and moisture pretty much came up from the ground. You see, so that fashion of the way that was going to come was unheard of. You see, all right. But it says, right, bringing in the flood upon the world of the ungodly. The Lord pretty much deals with these numbers, man. Okay, he saved 8 souls, man, from the world. You see? Okay, so it's a lot of destruction coming, man, for these people, man. They're playing games, man. Right? and turning the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes, condemned them with the overthrow, making them an example unto those that after shall live ungodly, man. You know? And there's a whole bunch of things that's wickedness that's going on within that congregation, man. Okay? You see? You know, there was a whole situation with them with the little trans situation, man. Okay? That was some where somebody ended up getting put to death. You see? All right? All right? Let alone, you know, what's going on now with the hot topic with them this week, you know, with the whole adultery thing. You see? And this is what happens when you have these type of congregations getting together, man. Okay? And not having no order, man. Okay? All right? This is why there shouldn't be no women within the congregation in that fashion, man. Okay? Because it gives room for eyes to roam, man. You know? People become undisciplined, man. You know? Okay? You know, everybody's pretty much living in the flesh. You see? So these things are you giving it an avenue for it to happen. You're giving it an avenue for things to go ahead and fester. You know? You're creating situational circumstances, man. That these things, these evils can go on within the congregation, man. You see? It says, and delivered just Lot, vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked, man. You know, okay, they were pretty much banging out a door, you know, you know, and pretty much wanted to know him, so to speak. You know, they wanted to pretty much lie with Lot. Okay, these men. You see, you know, the whole that whole place, man, was full of wickedness, man. Okay, but he was vexed with what was going on. You see, they didn't even want his daughters, man. They wanted him. You see, but it says, for that righteous man dwelling among them, in seeing and hearing, and vexed his righteous soul from day to day with their unlawful deeds, man. You see? Okay? Because what? He was pretty much behind that door, but what? The guests of the house pretty much was trying to they was trying to break the door down. And he was a witness to that, man. Okay? And pretty much he was going to offer up his daughters, man, but they didn't even want them. Okay? They wanted him. You see? But this will vex a righteous man. You see? Right? And it says, the Lord knoweth how to deliver the godly out of temptations. Right? And it's true. You know, brothers can pretty much have their own testimonies concerning this situation, man. You know? And to reserve the unjust unto the day of judgment to be punished. Okay? So the Lord knows how to pretty much build up the pride in man. Okay, and get them so high and mighty that they can't be. They feel like in their mind, or their in their heart, they can't be touched. You see, okay, and then the Lord will bring them down to the ground, man. Okay, the Lord's going to set some examples, man. Okay, because the Lord, like I said, the Lord is everybody's selling the Lord on the short. You see, they're selling the Lord on the short. You know, they're selling the Lord cheap. You see. Okay? All right, and the people, there's no fear of the Lord in these people, man. Okay? You see it. You look at how these other guys operate, man. Okay? Sakari, IUIC, IUBK. These guys there's no sense of urgency in this thing, man. Okay? Everybody's just easy breezy trying to cruise along and trying to make merchandise, man. Okay? And they have an ulterior motive, man. Okay? All of these guys actually have a ulterior motive, man. At the end of the day, man. And the ulterior motive is not the word. It's not a salvation. You see? It's not to be out there to save souls, man. You see? It's not in them. You see it. Okay? And you know them by their fruits. Okay? But it says, but chiefly them that walk after the flesh in the lust of uncleanness and despise government. Okay, they don't respect any type of order. Okay, you see, all right. People don't want to come under other people. Okay, because why? It's because they feel like they got it. You see, You know, okay, you got people that pretty much want to break off from Great Millstone, do their own thing, but you see where that leads them. Okay, they pretty much are they fall out, and if they haven't fall out, guess what? They become reprobates. Okay, a reprobate is pretty much just useless. you know. Okay, you see. All right, but it says, presumptuous are they, self-willed. They're not afraid to speak evil of dignities. You see, in the natural order of things. Okay, all right, that the Lord has prescribed for His men. They want to speak evil of those things, man. Okay, all right. All right, when they talk about Deuteronomy the 22nd chapter, with the whole great thing, okay, all right, that's a righteous standing on how the Lord deals with it, how we deal with it, okay, and all we was doing was going in and pretty much stating the law on if it just happened, you see, okay, but that's supposed to be the law, okay, this is what we're gonna be able to govern the earth with, man, okay. That's of some dignity, man. Okay, okay. That's of a wise nation, man. Okay, that's what the other nations are gonna look at us as, man. When we get the reins, man. Okay, because why? The earth is gonna be governed by the law. Okay, so to despise the law and speak evil of something that is of a royal standard, something that is of a dignity, man. They're speaking evil of it, man. You see, right? Whereas the angels, which are greater in power and might, bring not a railing accusation against them before the Lord. But these as natural brute beasts, made to be taken and destroyed. Okay? So these are nothing but natural brute beasts, man. Okay? The Lord said, man, a lot of these people, man, were basically born in vain, man. Okay? That's a hard saying. That's a hard saying, man. But that's what it is. Okay? I say it again. But these, as natural brute beasts, made to be taken and destroyed, speak evil of the things they understand not. And that's one case in the matter, man. Okay, when we talk about the great doctrine, man, they speak evil of that, man. That's how you handle the law, man. You see? But they want to take a spin on it and play with the people's emotions, man. Okay? And people are pretty much being parrots behind that, man. Okay? But those are the natural beasts that the Lord is speaking of, man. Okay? They're speaking of evil of things that they understand not. They don't understand the scriptures, man. You see? That is a case point reason. Okay? Okay? That they're going to be destroyed, man. Okay? Right? Speak evil of things they understand not, and shall utterly perish in their own corruption, man. Because why? Because their mind is pretty much seared with the hot iron, man. To just go on believing what they believe in and wear their heart on their sleeve, so to speak, man. That's just the Jake way. That's the way of the tribes, man. It's just emotional, man. Okay? You're supposed to come into this truth, man, and become a man. Stand 10 toes down. Don't get emotional and mix in the westernized society pretty much with this truth, man. Okay? All right? Because that's not what it's prescribing. Okay? Right? And it says, and shall receive the reward of unrighteousness as they that count it pleasure to riot in the daytime. You got these pretty people rioting in the daytime. Why? It's because they pretty much are not seeing things that's going on. They don't see that this place imploding from the inside out. They're not even going into prophecy, man. Okay? Nobody's speaking about prophecy. Okay? These other camps. You see? Okay? They want to riot in the daytime. They pretty much are a solemn assembly, which you're supposed to be having. Okay? All right? They want to pretty much, party. You see? Okay? You see how these guys, they do their Passovers. Okay? Okay? That's going off. Right? It says, spots they are and blemishes. And they are spots and blemishes, man. Okay? You see, they want to sit here and slander. They're making this whole thing look bad, man. Okay? You see? The Lord, hey, the Lord didn't make this an easy, thing for us to, we just got to sit and bear it, man. Okay, right? Sporting themselves with their own deceivings while they feast with you. And we're supposed to be all in this thing together, pretty much doing the Lord's will, all these camps. Okay? Right? But it says that they're disporting themselves in their own deceivings. Why they pretty much laboring with you, man. That's pretty much what they're doing. Okay? Having eyes full of adultery. Okay? And we've seen that, man. And it's pretty much, brothers have done videos on it this past week. Okay? Adultery within IUIC, man. Okay? Right? And this is what they're doing, man. Okay? While they're supposed to be doing the work of the Lord, having eyes full of adultery and cannot cease from sin. And these guys pretty much probably have some type of vice that's wicked. I wouldn't doubt that any one of these guys pretty much, man, line up. That's an easy thing to do. They're doing that. I wouldn't be surprised if some of them even smoked some black amount or something like that, man. Or doing some type of wickedness, man. We remember these guys are in the world, man. Okay, and he's turned the congregation into a Baptist Christian church, man. That's what it's become. You're sitting here talking about the community and this, that. Nah, you talking about that. That's what the churches do, man. Okay, you see. But they have to partake in these things, though, because of the tax write-offs and pretty much of what they have. They have that charter, man. You see? Okay? So they get involved in these type of things like that, man. Okay? You see? But it says, right? Having eyes full of adultery and cannot cease from sin. Beguiling unstable souls. And that's what they're doing right now, man. Okay? These guys are pretty much beguiling unstable souls, man. Okay? To teach a heresy of hell, okay? And it's just a condition, okay? And then the scriptures speak about it, it's a condition and it means just to be in the ground, It's not no place of a fiery pit, though, man. Okay? You see? When judgment comes to this place, man, you ain't gotta pretty much, you ain't pretty much ain't gotta dig yourself into nowhere, man, to get that fire, man. Okay, that lake of fire, so to speak, man. Okay, you see, but these guys are beguiling unstable souls, man. Just saying anything and just dirt on the righteous men. Okay, because they know that these guys are pretty much window shopping, man. They're asking questions. You see, so they know. Nate and his, the top men of IUIC, they know these things, man. They know that by certain questions that are being asked, they know if they've been watching a great Millstone video, so to speak, man. Okay? And nothing we doing is nothing we doing is short of just edification. You see? Okay? Feeding the flock, man. Okay? You see? It says beguiling unstable souls, in heart they have exercised with covetous practices, cursed children, man. Okay, so this is pretty much, man, the ones that's not going to come out of this burning building, which is IUIC. Okay, that is their lot, man, to be to receive damnation, so to speak, man. Okay, right? It says, which have forsaken the right way and are gone astray. And what's the right way? Pretty much, man, you give everybody pretty much a clean slate, so to speak, man, when you first come into this truth, man. Okay? This is when you pretty much that spiritual clock that wakes you up to this truth, man. But what happens over time, man? Okay? You forsake the right way and you go astray, following the way of Balaam, son of Bezor, who love the wages of unrighteousness, man. And these guys love the wages of unrighteousness, man. And what's the wages? What's the wages of unrighteousness with these guys, man? Okay, the riches, man. The fame. The accolades, man. The self-worshiping. Okay, those are the wages of unrighteousness, man. Okay, You know, this guy had the audacity to ride in on a horse, man. Okay, you know, at the Passover, man. You know, okay. Even when the Lord he entered Jerusalem, he didn't even ride in on a horse, man. He rode in on a donkey. Okay, you see, all right. And they didn't even have a saddle. They used garments on top of it to use as a saddle. You see, so you know, hey, we just know that according to prophecy, that individuals like this man are going to be made set an example, man. Okay, they're going to be cast down in the midst of the congregation, man. Okay, you know, hey, and you know, the whole thing is at the end of the day, you know, the apostles still, you know, hold mercy on this man. Okay, and it's all going back of a dream that was pretty much spoken of with him, you know, okay, concerning the oil that they always talk about. They always talked about throughout the years, man. You know, okay, you know, but like I said, man, you know, hey, maybe, you know, there are instances where there are what do you want to call prodigal sons, you know, around, you know, but you know, you just making it real difficult to even really believe that this man may be it. But you know, hey, man, everything is for all the Lord at the end of the day, man. And uh, pretty much, you know, he got a lot of blood in his hands at the end of the day, you know. All right, so you know, just another video here, pretty much, you know, the psychological warfare and the scare tactics that he's putting upon his congregation, you know, and he can't stop, you know, grown men from window shopping though, but what he could do is he can slander the competition, so to speak. That's what they want to look at it as, you know. Okay, they are so far gone to where they didn't even look at it as being a fellow laborers, man. They far from removed from understanding that. You see, all right. You know, and you know the speaking behind closed doors. You know, one quick thing I want to mention testimony. Speaking with the brother, he basically seen, you know, IUIC pretty much giving out pamphlets at a local supermarket, you know, and you know the brother pretty much saluted him, you know, and then the conversation came, little small talk, and it came to where, you know, he let them know he was Great Millstone. Then all of a sudden, you know, he pretty much tensed up the officer of IUIC, pretty much tensed up and like disregarded him, pretty much. You know, he pretty much wanted to like dismiss him from that point on. You see, okay, so the disgust that is being embedded with these guys, man, that is being taught, man. You know, these unstable souls, man, that are being beguiled by this individual, man, in this congregation, man. You see, all right. So you know, hey, time's gonna tell, man. You know, hey, the elect pretty much is that's among them or following them, man. They're gonna come out of that burning building, man. You know, Yahweh Ratazah. So with that, I'm gonna give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Rokakodash, Shalom.